Would you visit a country because of its geographical location? I think so. For example, I'd like to visit South Africa because it's located at the southernmost tip of the African continent. Also, I wish to visit Vatican, not because I'm religious, but I wish to see what its city-state is like. Where do we usually come into contact with beautiful things? These exist everywhere in our lives. People can come into contact with them in a city. They are living in such forms as unique buildings and carefully trimmed bushes. They can also find themselves surrounded by many pretty things in nature, like winning creeks and blossoming flowers. Are you in the habit of checking the weather forecast? When and how often? Yes, now I have the habit of checking my weather app whenever I think of it. I used to regard it as an old friend's habit, but after being caught in the rains several times with no umbrella, I have learned the importance of reading weather forecast before I head out in the morning. Should people set goals for themselves? I think so. Yes. And setting goals can get people's lives. I mean, doesn't really matter what the goals are, career goals or learning goals, will lose goals or money saving goals. As long as they have a goal for something they want to achieve, either in the short term or in the long run, or best, in both cases. Chances are, if a person works towards that goal, they will eventually be successful. So I think, indeed, all people, everyone should set goals. How would you define success? Well, for me, I think success doesn't mean a higher socioeconomic status. Instead, I think it means you are doing what you really enjoy and that you are happy. That means working a job that you enjoy, being in a relationship that you love, having a hobby that you anticipate doing when you're kind. And so, all in all, I believe it's really about satisfying aspects of life that you love for yourselves. That's what I think. How do you judge whether young people are successful nowadays? Well, I just mentioned, I think success means people doing what they really enjoy and living the life they desire. And so the premise of judging if the younger generations is successful is to first see if they are doing their preferred work or living a life that makes them happy. If so, then I would say they are successful. Are successful people often live lonely? Well, it depends on what you mean by successful people. If successful people means being wealthy, then they probably have a lot of friends simply because they are influential and rich. And money attracts followers. And I guess even for those who have a passion for living, they also have many friends, but with similar interests and ambitions. But I also know that many successful people like friends because to be successful, you need to work really hard, and that can cause some to lack friends.